All right, welcome back to 21090 Brewing. Today is beer review day. John from Red Dog Brewing, thanks a lot for your suggestion. We decided to brew your beer, the New England IPA.
So one of the things John wanted us to do was take the New England IPA, traditional, hazy, fruity, not overly bitter IPA beer, but kind of put our own unique spin on it. So each one of us came up with an original recipe that we put together, and we're going to showcase these for you today.
Ah, New England. How could one not be swept away by its vast beauty? There's truly nowhere else in America quite like it. Long coastlines, rocky islands, majestic mountains, and thriving cities. Birthplace of the New England IPA, maple syrup, Adam Sandler, and 17,982 Dunkin' Donuts. A place where you can get a $35 lobster roll in Cape Cod, and that's a good deal. A place where winters are brutal, but that won't stop people from cutting off the sleeves of their hoodies. A place where southern draws and New York accents pale in comparison to a people who blatantly disregard the use of the letter R when speaking with words like pack, cod, chowder, and everything that's remotely cool is wicked awesome. But nothing represents the spirit of New England quite like the passion for their beloved sports teams. Here are just a few of our favorite moments.
Little roller up along first, behind the bag, it gets through Buckner, here comes Knight and the Mets win it!
Here's the 1-1 delivery. That is into right field, and no, it's trapped! The Orioles coming to the plate, rival! They did it! They did it! They did it! The Orioles have beat the Red Sox!
First play of the game, Ray White running for the Ravens from Rutgers all the way to the house. 83 yards for Ray Rice and
Bolden in a slot, and they're going back to Bolden for the touchdown. They got Bolden matched up with Marquise.
Wow. I don't think that phone's going to work anymore.
So the first one we're going to go is Andy, your brew here on the right. Why don't you tell us a little bit about your brew and sort of what went into it?
Okay, so the name of this IPA is Deflated Hops, a Baltimore-style New England IPA. But no, it is a unique kind of take on the New England IPA. The grain bill, I'll go over it real quick for you. We'll put it up here so you guys can actually see that. I used 9 pounds of the Maris Otter. I used 2 pounds of flaked oats. I used 2 pounds of malted wheat. And then I went with a half a pound of Red X, which I've used a couple times before, and I like. Kind of gives that extra malty kind of caramel flavor. And then 8 ounces of honey malt, which I've never used before. And then just the 3 ounces of the acidulated malt, just for the head retention and for the mouthfeel. Hops, I like to play with a bunch of different hops. So there are 5 hops in this one, I believe. You can read when I put them in there, but 2.5 ounces in the first wort. I use Citra, El Dorado, Centennial, Motueka, and Lemon Drop. All of them in that kind of tropical, citrusy, floral kind of family. The Lemon Drop clearly gives off kind of a lemony flavor, whereas the Motueka is a lemon lime type flavor. So you might be able to pick some of those notes up in there as well. You get kind of your regular stone passion fruit from the El Dorado, and then you guys should all be very familiar with the Citra and Centennial.
Eric and I have not had yours yet, so each of us has not tried the others. So we've all tried our own, but not each other. So
this was dry hop with the Lemon Drop and the Citra.
Interesting. First thoughts. A lot of melon.
Yeah, totally melon. I smell. I guess the lemon drop. I don't. Yeah. A lot of
maybe even some of that. What is it? Motueka?
No, I didn't do any of the. You could pick some of that up on the flavor. I did not actually dry hop with that. I dry hopped with the Centennial.
I'm ready to try.
Ready? Yeah, let's do this.
Mouth feels good. I can taste the bitterness right up front.
Yeah.
So.
Good beer.
Yeah.
Nice little bite on the back end. Little maybe some of the red X there on the back end. Some of that little spice.
It's not as fruity as I thought it would be. So it's not very fruity to me. No?
I don't know. I think there's some.
I think you can pick some of it up.
Fruit tones in there on the back end on the finish.
That's true.
As it sort of
most of that fruit flavors come forward because it's bitter and sharp on the back. You get kind of that swallow is where you get that kind of bitterness.
You can definitely taste the bitterness in this, which is good. I like it. Nice haze.
Yeah, definitely hazy, and
the
color's not bad.
Well done, Andy.
Thank you. Appreciate it, boys.
All right, so I'll do a quick. Mine's the middle one. I did a little bit different than Andy. You'll see the grain bill and the hop schedule here. I used flaked oats and flaked wheat in mine, and honey malt and acidulated malt. So we use very similar grain bills. Our hops are completely different. I did not do any bittering additions for mine at all. I was all late, and I attempted to do the whirlpool, which you saw in the brew day video. I think it worked, because mine has an IBU, I believe, of like 33, but it's not anywhere near as bitter as yours. And I wanted it to be that way. I'm trying to do sort of that classical, non-bitter, juicy fruit type of IPA, and I think it came there. So here it is. I dry hopped in the primary 3 days after fermentation, after it subsided, so it was still fermenting. Tried that as well, first time I've ever done that. And then in the keg as well. So I left it in the primary the entire 14 days, transferred it right on top of CO2 into the keg, so it didn't see a lot of oxygen either.
I think of the three, the color is probably the closest to that traditional New England IPA.
Yeah, I think so.
It's kind of light, and you get that nice.
To me, it smells fruity. It's not.
I do smell the fruit,
right? It's not tropical, but it's more like, I don't know what. The hops
citrus?
I use, I use Citra, Amarillo.
Yeah, almost a little grapefruity there, kind of,
right?
Because it's.
Oh, okay.
Grapefruit. Yeah, absolutely.
And mosaic. So everything was those three hops. So cheers, guys.
Cheers.
So again, it's not bitter at all.
Oh man,
no,
right?
not nearly as the bitterness of Andy's. Smooth finish.
Right.
Lots of late fruit flavor.
Right?
Yeah.
Juicy fruit. That's what I like. Almost like juicy fruit gum. I actually don't enjoy this as much, to tell you the truth. I like more of the bittering. To me, it's not bitter enough. But I guess if you're going for that sort of IPA,
it's funny if you do go back and actually, John was very passionate in his description of what a New England IPA was, with that kind of that overwhelming fruit bomb in your mouth type thing. This is that, and I don't even think I'm comfortable brewing something like that yet, because everything is still a hot bomb.
Right.
Whereas I think you kind of followed a very traditional kind of route to this, and I think it shows in this.
I think I hit it. Again,
good job, man.
Yeah, thank you. I don't think it's my favorite, but I think for what we were trying to do, I think I hit it.
I think,
this is definitely light, refreshing.
Yeah,
I think you're
but not bitter at all.
But not bitter, right? But you could definitely sip on this.
You're up next.
Oh, the not so hazed and confused right here.
Why is it called that?
My take on a New England IPA. Didn't utilize the flaked grains. Probably a mistake there, considering this is a New England IPA. It's supposed to be murky.
Pretty clear.
But definitely wanted to go on the side of the fruit flavor. So in this particular recipe, I used some grapefruit peel, some tangerine peel, trying to get some of that fruit flavor in there. Grain bill on this one: 6 pounds of pale ale, 3 pounds of the Maris Otter, 2 pounds of pale 6-row. I also did a half pound of Victory, half pound of Munich, half pound of Vienna, and a quarter pound of Crystal 60. As far as the hop bill, pretty straightforward. Centennial, Cascade, and Citra. Let the Citra and Cascade sit, probably 2 ounces of those total, in the dry hop for about 7-8 days. So not as much body, I think, as or smell. The fruit tones on the smell, pretty light, I think. Not as fruity in the aroma. I used Citra and Cascade on the dry hop.
How much in the dry hop?
So it's 2 ounces, an ounce of each of those.
Okay.
But what did you put in the orange peel?
Orange peel and tangerine peel went in at the 15-minute mark, so late in the boil.
Yeah, I smell that.
You can smell some of that in there?
I think so, because I don't smell...
It's not real bold, not real
but it's almost
pungent.
like when you slice up an orange and you peel
that
off
kind of
that
garnish.
rind. Yeah, that's what I smell
in there.
It's in the back there.
Okay.
So let's drink.
Yeah, let's try that.
I smell it.
So
Great
again,
finish.
Yeah,
pretty smooth. I
that
think.
almost tastes. I know this is gonna sound crazy. It's got a brown ale-ish type kind of finish to it. The malt comes through more in your. There's
I think it's a combination
to that I really
the Victory, the Munich. I think gives some of that the malt tones in the back end.
Again, this is funny. This is the third time we've done something like this where we all kind of do our take on something, and they all come out so vastly different. Kind of depending upon what you're familiar with, what you like. You know, mine are always high in the IBUs and very bitter. You always have that attention to the malts, which I think is kind of one of the 14.
And strangely, couldn't identify it, but I think after tasting your beers, definitely the Munich and the other grains that were used are definitely contributing some of that malt tone.
And I think
in this particular beer,
Todd has a knack for just being able to come close to what the style is supposed to be, which is neat. So I think all three of us kind of have our own unique take on this.
I think so. So if you've brewed that famous now New England IPA, comment below. Let us know sort of what you've experienced, sort of what your recipes look like, whether you like them or not. I guess it's the big trend now. Everybody's putting them out.
All three of them fantastic beers. I don't know. This was fun, John. I think you'd probably like to sip it.
So let's cheers to John, Red
Yeah,
Dog
man, great
Brewer.
idea, great idea.
Thank you
Appreciate
so much, man. Appreciate that. Well done with the suggestion. And
so we got a couple things coming up that I think you guys are really going to enjoy. We've got a big Oktoberfest party. It's going to be right here. And we're going to have a bunch of people who are going to come out and get a chance to sample all three of our original Oktoberfest beers. We are all kind of got them in the hopper now, thinking about what we're going to be doing, so we'll take you along for that. You should enjoy it. We're also going to be doing something a lot of fun called Clone Wars. We're going to take our favorite brew, could be regional, could be something hard to find, something seasonal, whatever it may be. We're going to try and do our best through research to clone that beer and see how close we can get to the original. And we'll line those up side by side, so there'll be 6 beers going off at one shot there, which will be a lot of fun. And I also think in the near future we're going to be doing another another spotlight on a couple regional breweries here, just so you can kind of see what's going on here in the Mid-Atlantic brew scene, because there's some pretty good stuff going on. We just did one on Dogfish that you can check out right there. It was a lot of fun, a good time to go up and see that brewery. So a lot of stuff coming your way. Thank you for watching. If you like what you see, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also set you up with an Instagram link below. And well done today, boys. Three good beers. John, right, thanks again for a recommendation, and we will see you soon.
Cheers.
Glass
All
again.
right.
oh, big boy.
Yeah.
That's the way to end them. Hey!
That should be the update.
Hey!
There's no sound. I don't know what you.
That was in our last video, John from Red Dog. Last video, John from Red Dog Brewing.
Oh, man.
Okay,
You gotta.
red leather, white leather.
Sorry to all our New England Patriot fans out there.
Put my game face on. All right, we're good.
All right, quiet on the set.